Hey guys, it is me again, as you can tell. Today is Friday, February 24th. Makes it day 55 on our Project Daily Bread 2012. Guys, this is take two. I'm going to try to hurry tonight. I'm already behind because, like I said, this is take two. Normally I don't, do different takes or whatever, but I got almost 8 minutes into my first video, and let's just say nature called, to put it politely. Nature called. So I tried to put it off. I tried to suffer through the video, and I just couldn't do it. So I said, well, I'll just have to stop it, and I'll just make another one. So anyway, guys, like I always say, it is good to be here, and it really is, guys. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all that commented on my video last night. To me, I know I made a video Wednesday night, on my other computer in there, another room, but last night was really, to me, that was my night back. That was my first night back, so it really felt good. And I want to thank you guys for commenting. I know a bunch of you watched it, but I know, I want to thank you all that commented. Brother Darren, Brother Woody, Brother John, Brother Milo, and Sister Linda. And when I checked it, that was the comment so far. So if somebody else has commented on it since then, and I don't mention you in this video, I'm sorry, but when I checked them, that was the comments. So like I said, I want to thank you all for the comments. Brother Woody, I thought it was kind of ironic that you mentioned about the Asplund bunch there, where you live, about the trees and everything, and causing the big fire. It's kind of funny how in both places they don't do their job. But it's like a lot of things, it's not the workers' fault. They don't pay those guys much. And, when you're doing a hard job for not much money, I guess it just don't inspire you very much. But to me, that's not really the problem around here. It's not Asplund. It's the power company. It's AEP. They won't pay Asplund. They've cut their tree trimming back. They don't have them cut as many trees as they used to. And which we don't have on. For the most part, we don't have as hard of winters as we used to. The last winter was a hard winter, and winter before that was a hard winter. Other than those 2 winters, though, out of the last 10 winters, or probably even 15, we just don't have as hard as winters as we used to. And so they get a little bit complacent, I think, and say, well, let's save us $1 million, or whatever. I don't know how much their tree trimming bill is for a year, but I'm sure it's pretty big. Let's cut our tree trimming in half, or let's cut it by so many %. Let's save us some money, and they don't care. These people, that's the thing about it, having a company from somewhere else. That's the thing. Our power company used to be Kentucky Power. It was local. Well, I'm sure still the owners and the majority of stockholders and that kind of deal cared about you. Now when you've got people in another state, another part of the country that own it, that make the money from it,
they could care less that trees are going to fall down and knock power lines down and burn your houses down, and cause you to lose business and cause you to lose money and food. They could care less. It all goes back to the money. It's all about the money, honey. That's all they care about. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Guys, I do want to appreciate you all. I do want to appreciate you. I do appreciate you guys for your prayers. I just wanted to thank you. That's what I was trying to say there. For your prayers and having the good countenance, guys, and helping me. That really helps me out. So I just want to thank you guys for your kind words and your prayers. Just keep praying, guys. I don't remember which one of you guys said it. Was it Brother Woody? I think so. Talking about that you were praying in the spirit and you thought that, that good things were getting ready to happen for us at the garage. And brother, I believe that too. I really do. We just got to keep believing it. So keep praying about it. So I thank y'all for that. Guys, I've been out in the garage. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can. I've been out there. I'm going to try to get you all a video made. Of course, the weather's hair lipping me again, this weather doing this. Guys, it was 70 degrees yesterday. This time yesterday, 1 o'clock in the morning last night, it was still like 65 degrees here. Tonight it's 35. Never seen the weather jump up and down as bad as it has this year. So it's supposed to be raining and snowing tomorrow. So that's going to knock us out of our garbage pickup. But still, what I was trying to get at, guys, as soon as it clears up enough where I can wash this car, I'm going to get you a video. I just went out tonight. I wet sanded it. I buffed it. You know, I did my 2 steps. I did my first step and with my white pad, my compounding step. Then I did my polishing, you know, with my black pad. I actually bought the blue pad and the ultra fine polish. But every time I've used it, guys, to be honest, it's a pain in the neck to use that 3rd step. And to me, it don't do any more. I can't tell any difference in it. So I don't even use it anymore. Probably spent $60 getting that 3rd step between buying the pad and the adapter and the polish. But, you know, that's the way it goes. But what I'm trying to get at, guys, it looks pretty good. You know, it's got a few spots in it here and there. It's got some spots where water got in it. Where like a big doofus. I drained my dryer before I started painting. But I guess I should have dried it right before I started clearing it. I should have drained it rather. So it spit out some water on me. So it's got a few little spots in it. It's got a spot around the window trim where I don't know. I don't know if I masked it funny, if I didn't sand it good and the paint didn't stick, but the paint peeled away from it just a little, you know, a little bitty spot there, a little tiny spot. So, you know, other than that though, it looks good. It really looks good. So I'm gonna get you a video of that as soon as I can, as soon as the weather warms up to where I can wash this car. If my drain in the floor worked, I could wash it in there. But we actually built a drain into the floor when we built that garage. But when we built a drain, run the pipe outside, had it done. And when they asphalted our driveway out here, we forgot to mark it and tell them. And anyway, they asphalted over the end of the drain, so it has nowhere where to go. So and we don't remember where it was at. If we knew where it was at, you know, we could chisel out a hole, you know, let it drain. But we don't know where it was at now. So anyway, as soon as I get that car washed, guys, get the tail lights put in it, I'll show you a video. Like I said, is it perfect? No. Is it good for a first-time painter? I think so. I mean, it really looks good. I'll be honest, guys, and I'm not saying this to be bragging, but I mean, I'm saying this bragging on you guys and everybody that's helped me and gave me support. I've had 3 people since I've got the trunk done and now that I've got the top done and looked at this car. I've had 3 people want me to paint their cars. And I'm not talking about just joking and, oh, yeah, it looks good enough, won't you paint mine? No, I'm talking about people seriously, hey, when can I bring you my car? I want you to paint it. I mean, I've seriously had 3 people to hit me up to paint their cars. So, I'm not going to do it, of course, because it's just way too much work for way too little money. But I may consider one guy at church got a car he's wanting. Matter of fact, it's kind of like Mom's car, but not as bad. It's clear coming off of it on top. I may do his for him if, you know, if he can come up with the money to buy the materials and stuff. You know, I may, because I think all I'd have to do on it is just DA the clear off. You know, maybe one little spot. Maybe have to put some 2K primer on it. You know, lay some color on it and clear it back. And so, you know, nothing near as bad as Mom's car was. So I may do his. I don't know. You know, for a favor. You know, it's one of those deals. Help a brother out that can't afford to take it to a body shop, you know, and pay $1,500 or $2,000 to get it done. So, and the reason I said that, guys, like I said, I'm bragging on you guys. I'm bragging on Darren and Milo and Adam and everybody. You know, everybody that's helped me. You know. And I'll tell you one thing, cutting and buffing them really makes a difference. Anyway, one more thing, and I'm going to try to hurry up tonight, guys, and get to the thing. I wanted to ask Darren about, brother, I am going to buy a better paint gun sometime or another when I get the money saved up. This gun, the roof was not near as bad peely as the trunk. I do think the trunk problem was the sealer, you know, where it laid out peely. But the clear had a little bit of peel in it. I mean, with 2,000 grit, it only took
a few swipes to knock all the peel out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to sand for 15 minutes, you know, in one spot. I mean, it was just 25, 30 strokes, you know, in one spot with 2,000 grit. I didn't even go to 15. Had to peel out. But I would still rather have a gun that didn't peel any. You know, that didn't put it peel any. So, my question to you is, and I'll try to make this quick because I know you guys don't want me just talking to one person, talking to Darren. And I'm not talking to Darren. I don't want you to stick your fingers in your ears and say, oh, I can't listen. Yeah, I want to buy a better gun. Something that just, you know, that lays the clear down just a little bit better and don't peel it. And I know that I know an experienced painter could probably take this gun and not peel it. But, you know, from just my research, what I've seen, HVLP guns in an inexperienced painter's hands, kind of you tend to have orange peel. I seen Velvet Hammer's video talking about his DeVilbiss Plus that he bought off you. That's what I was going to ask you, brother. For, let's say, $500 or less, what gun would you buy? Would you buy the Segola, the HVLP Segola, the 4500, I think the new one, like you said? Or would you buy the DeVilbiss Plus? Or would you buy something else? Or if you was going to spend $500, would you go ahead and spend a little more and get like a SATA 4000? You know, what I'm trying to get at, you know, like we've talked, I'm not a body shop. I don't have to have an HVLP gun. If you think I can put clear down better and everything down better, going to a non-HVLP gun, then I'll do that. You just kind of give me your opinion on that. Call me if you want. You know, you've got pretty good for calling me, so just call me whenever you want to. We'll talk about it. You can make a video, whatever you want to do. But I know you've been doing a lot of paint gun videos. I seen the other day you did the one talking to different people, but you know, I know I can use the gun you sent me, the Sealer gun, man. It sprays dandy. But I like gravity fed guns better because they tend to keep the paint mixed up better, and to me they're easier to clean. So I'd rather have you know, for the gun I'm going to use a lot, I'd rather have a gravity gun. But you know, I know the Plus is what it's just a conventional gun, I think. Maybe compliant, I don't remember, but I know it's not HVLP. So anyway, just give me your opinion on that, bro. Like I said, if you want to call me next time you get a chance, call me. We'll talk about it. But I am going to buy a paint gun before too long, a better one. So having said that, I wanted to remind you guys too, guys, I'm still getting caught up on watching videos. I'm still getting caught up on emails. I've noticed I've got emails from some people, some of you guys in the last, you know, messages and stuff on YouTube. I've still not got to them, guys. I've got like 7 pages. I'm 7 pages behind on emails right now, where I missed those 3 days. So have patience with me. If you messaged me or emailed me sometime this week and I've not got to you yet, have patience. And if it's something important, email me again, because when I'm this far behind, I could skip over it, just to be honest about it. Things get, you know, I've got like 11,000 emails right now, unread emails in my mailbox that I've not read, you know. So if it's important, message me again or email me again, because you know I may just look over it. Pages get lost, you know, things get lost moving them around. So all right, guys, let's see. Oh, I wanted to thank you guys for praying, guys. That we serve a great and mighty God. We do. That's the reason I know that something great's going to happen. That's why I know that we're going to, better days are coming. Guys, you know, I told y'all last night pretty much there was no way I could draw a payday today. You know, we only got to work 3 days this week, guys. 3 days. Guys, I drew a payday today. A full payday. Not a half a payday, not a partial payday. I drew a full payday. Now, after I drew my payday, were we sitting high and pretty like where I want to be? Not hardly, but we were still in pretty good shape. That's what me and Dad were talking about. You know, we were talking about that this evening, how blessed we were. We really busted it those 3 days that we did get to work. We had a lot of work to do, and it was good work. That's what me and Dad were talking about. It was good work. We did a lot of exhaust work. We did a lot of labor work. You know, it was good work. So, guys, I want to praise the Lord. I want to just thank Him and praise Him and lift Him up. And I want to thank you guys for praying for that, because I know that you did. Miracles happen to us every day, guys, and I know I forget that sometimes. I tend to get down and depressed. That's kind of my nature. I'm not going to lie about it. But, you know, we serve an awesome God, and He can do anything. So, guys, I'm believing in Him for this $5,000 that I need to put this order in for this company. I really need to do that for my business, and I'm believing in God for that. So, having said that, I want to ask you for one more thing, and we're going to get to our important thing here, guys. There's supposed to be a guy stop in the morning that is looking at our camper. You know, I told you guys before, we've got a camper that's in a resort area in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Well, it's 15 miles from Gatlinburg. It's in a little campground, you know, like a little gated campground community. And anyway, guys, you know, we don't get to go anymore. Mom and Dad's been one time in the last 2.5 years, you know, with my aunt sick and everything else that's going on. They just don't get to go. With me preaching, you know, every Sunday, I don't get to go. We're trying to sell it. There's supposed to be a guy stop in the morning. He stopped today and talked to Dad about it at the camper. He's supposed to stop in the morning and pick a key up, and he's going over there to look at it. So, guys, pray. Please pray that this guy, Dad told him what we're wanting for it, but Dad said, hey, you go check it out. You make me an offer. You know, unless it's just something plumb stupid, you know, we need to sell this thing. So, guys, pray. Pray that this guy will buy this camper. Pray that he'll offer us a decent offer, you know, not something stupid, so that we can take it. Because we need the money, you know, worse than we need the camper. We don't use it. It's a liability. We're paying a cable bill over there, a power bill, a lot rent, you know, a gas bill to keep gas in it, propane gas. I mean, it's costing us a couple $100 a month, and we've not used it in 2 years. So, pray for that, guys. You seen today, guys, miracle. God worked a miracle letting me draw a payday today. So I know that God can do that one as well. So, guys, 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 18. It says, flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body, but he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Now, guys, that's one of those things right there. You know, it's hard to realize, but that is the truth, that our bodies are temples of God's. And, you know, none of us take care of them like we should. All of us do something. I mean, you know, I don't like jumping on people for stuff. You know, I don't smoke. I don't use tobacco products, you know. But, you know, I eat too many sweets. You know, I drink too much pop. I don't drink enough water. We all do something to our bodies, guys, that we shouldn't do. You know, we need to just remember that our bodies are God's temples, and that when we do some of these sins, we are sinning against our own body as well as God. So anyway, guys, going on to chapter 7, verse 1. What was that about? 3 verses we did there, 3 or 4. Now, concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Now, you know, Paul's talking about here. He's saying, you know, what Paul's talking about here, he's saying that if it's God's will, then it's good for you to be a single man. That's this, you know I struggle with this. Brother Woody struggles with this. A lot of us struggle with this. You know, we say, you're going to go, God, why have you not sent me a wife? Why have you not sent me, somebody to share my life with? You know, Paul's saying here, he's saying it's good not to have a woman, not to touch a woman, not to marry. He's saying because there are a lot of advantages to a single life. For a man, especially a man that God has called to do his bidding. And that is the truth, guys, because women, family, things like that, I see it in my church. They can be a distraction. They can be a big distraction. I mean, they can actually lead people away from God. So if it's God's will that you don't have a family and stuff, I know it's hard on us, guys. You know, and if you get anything out of what I'm talking about tonight, take this out of it. If you're a child of God, and I know this is hard to deal with sometimes, just like with me, I go the same thing, and I know this will touch Brother Woody. You know, we just got to think, hey, it may be, you know, God may have a wife on the way for us. You never know. But if he don't, then that's His will, and He's doing it for a purpose, and that means we can serve Him better. Because we can serve God better without wives. That's why the priests back in the old days, the rabbis, and most of them, they were single. Because they could devote their whole life to God. They didn't have to give a part of themselves to a wife and family. I mean, that's just the truth. And that's what Paul's saying here. So let's keep reading. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, he says, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. So what he's saying here, he's saying, if it's meant for you to be single, then that's, it's meant for you to be single. But he's saying still you can't fornicate. He's saying just because you don't have a wife don't give you an excuse to go fornicate. He's saying if you're the type that you can't withstand it and you're going to have to fornicate, then he's saying let every man have his own wife. It's better to be married. If you got to fulfill that sexual desire, it's better to be married. Not to be doing it, not to be having sex, not to be fornicating, basically having sex out of the wedding relationship, the marriage relationship. Verse 3, let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one with the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. Let's read one more verse, guys. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. So, anyway, guys, going on what Paul said there, and I know it's been a long video already, guys. I'm gonna try to start cutting these things down, but Paul was talking about fasting there. He was talking about fasting and praying. It's kind of funny, guys. I got an email from a question of the week from gotquestions.com. I go to there a lot and look stuff up and read, or .org, I think it is. It's a place, if you guys don't know about it, that they answer people's Bible questions, and they seem to be a pretty good bunch. I mean, they seem to answer things and believe in things pretty much the same way I do. They don't have no whacked out ideas that I've seen yet. So anyway, and I've not read it yet, but they sent me an email, and the question was, as Christians, do we still need to fast? Because fasting was an Old Testament, Levitical law thing. Guys, I believe we do if we can. I don't do it enough anymore. Me and Dad was talking about that the other day. And that's another deal. We ask ourselves, why don't we get blessed? Guys, Dad used to fast 1 or 2 days every week. I used to fast probably once a month. Now, I didn't do it near like Dad did, but and me and him was talking the other day. Neither one of us had fasted in a while. I mean, it's one of those deals. We just get tied up and busy and other stuff. Guys, I want to remind you all. I want to challenge you guys. Let's fast. And fasting, guys, does not have to be with food. Fasting is giving up something that you normally do, that you normally, whether it's pop, it's food, and it don't even have to be something like that. It could be TV. Going without TV for a day if you like watching TV a lot, or whatever the case may be, guys. Fasting is taking something that you normally give the world this amount of time. Instead of giving it to the world, you're stopping it and you're giving that time to God. You're getting closer to God. I challenge everybody, guys, in the next week, let's fast for a day. Miss one meal. And you don't have to fast for a whole day. Miss one meal. Go without pop for a day. Drink water. Go without watching TV for a day. Like I said, it don't have to be with food and drink. Let's give up something for God, guys. Let's start fasting 1 day a week. I challenge you all. I challenge myself. Let's start fasting 1 day a week. Guys, it'd be crazy how you'd see your life be blessed. Jerry Falwell did it, and I got to go, guys. But Jerry Falwell did that. He needed, and I'm not going to get on a big thing whether I think Jerry Falwell was a big righteous man or not, but he needed money once for his college up there, his university needed money, or I don't remember what the case was. He fasted for a month, so God would, to try to get this prayer answered from God. He lost all this weight. He lived on like apple juice and orange juice, something like that. Didn't eat. Didn't happen. Fasted for like another month, something like that. Anyway, within ever what the allotted time was, 2 months or whatever, guys, he fasted. He got like $10 million for his university, start his university. I don't remember if it was to start the university, to build a building, to do something. I don't remember what it was, but you can probably get on the internet and look it up. Anyway, guys, let's start fasting. Let's start praying more. Let's start getting closer to God. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Good Lord willing, guys, I'll be here tomorrow night. Until I see you again, good night. God bless.